Welcome to the deep dive. Today, our sources are taking us into event management. We're looking at a company, Vibes Meet, and how they're tackling some, well, really stubborn challenges.
Yeah, the kind of frustrations organizers deal with all the time.
Exactly. And the sources point towards some interesting sort of integrated solutions they offer. So our mission today for you is really to unpack these pain points, as they call them, and see how maybe a more holistic approach could change things, from selling the first ticket right through to keeping sponsors happy.
And these aren't small things, right? The sources show they really hit the bottom line, the efficiency, even an event's reputation.
Yeah.
What's interesting is how organizers often have to patch together all these different tools. It creates these really fragmented experiences.
Right.
And Vibes Meet, well, their whole thing seems to be about bringing it all under one roof.
Okay, let's start with the first big one our sources mention, the leaky funnel.
Yeah.
Sounds dramatic, but...
It kind of is.
Yeah, so you do all this work, get people excited, they want to buy a ticket, and then bam, 15, even up to 40% of sales just vanish.
Yep. Gone.
Because the checkout is, I don't know, clunky, sends them somewhere else. Why is that still such a problem?
Well, it really just boils down to friction, Every single extra click. Every redirect away from where they are, maybe a social feed or the event page, it's a chance for someone to just give up or get distracted.
Makes sense.
So Vibes Meet attacks this with what they're calling social native checkout. The idea is it's seamless, like right there in the app or page.
2 clicks, is that right?
Yeah, 2 clicks. And importantly, localized payments, full attribution so you know where the sale came from. But it's more than just convenience.
How so?
Well, the sources suggest it changes the feel of buying. Less like a clunky transaction, more just part of the flow. Invisible, almost.
Yeah.
Which is how people expect things to work online now.
Okay, gotcha. So you've made the sale. It wasn't lost in the funnel. But then there's actually getting the money. Our sources call this the payout problem.
Ah, yes. Cash flow.
Right. Apparently, these 3 to 7 day delays in getting payout funds are really common. And that's tough when you've got vendors breathing down your neck, staff to pay.
Oh, it can absolutely cripple operations, especially, for smaller events or organizers just starting out. They don't have huge cash reserves.
So what's the fix here?
Their solution is pretty direct. Immediate payouts. We're talking T+0, so same day, or T+1 next day.
Wow. Okay. That's a game changer.
It really is. And they apparently also build in things like automatic revenue splitting if you have partners and milestone releases. It's not just about the money faster. It's about control. Putting capital back in the organizer's hands now.
Strategic advantage, as you said. Okay, so money's flowing. Now we get to the actual event. The doors open. And often, chaos. Last-minute chaos, the sources term it.
We've all seen it or been stuck in it.
Totally. You're excited to get in, and you hit this massive, confusing queue. It just kills the vibe immediately.
And for the organizer, it's not just bad vibes. It's potentially lost sales at the door, inefficient staffing.
Right. So how do you streamline that?
They've developed this thing called an all-in-one entrance OS, basically a unified scanner app.
Okay. What does it manage?
Everything, apparently. Guest lists, comps, those last-minute VIP upgrades, even handling re-entry with rate limits so people aren't just flooding in and out.
So moving from a bottleneck to a smooth welcome.
That seems to be the goal. Better first impression for attendees, much tighter operations for the organizer.
Okay, that handles the attendees. But what about the people funding a lot of this, the sponsors? Our sources flag sponsor ROI as another major pain point.
Yeah, this one's huge.
Yeah.
Sponsors naturally want to know if their money actually did anything.
And organizers often struggle to give them hard data, right? It's more anecdotal.
Exactly, which makes it really hard to secure those deals again next year or to build long-term partnerships. You need proof.
So, Vibes Meet has a sponsor ROI suite. What does that actually give a sponsor?
Concrete proof, basically. Full attribution packages. So we're talking verified attendance data. Who actually showed up?
Not just who bought a ticket.
Right. Verified attendance. Plus detailed audience demographics, maybe even spend proxies.
Spend proxies? Like what?
Could be things like tracking foot traffic near a sponsored booth or engagement with some branded activity. Real data points.
So the sponsor can actually calculate, okay, we spent X, we reached Y verified people matching Z profile, and saw Q level of engagement.
Precisely. It moves the conversation from guesswork to actual results, builds way more trust and transparency.
And if an organizer listening is thinking, okay, this sounds interesting, how does getting started with Vibes Meet work? Is it just another piece of software to figure out?
Well, they seem to emphasize partnership. They have this founding partner program. which gives organizers direct access to the product team, priority support. Basically, a chance to give feedback that actually shapes the tool.
So you're not just a customer, you're kind of helping build it.
That seems to be the angle. And the onboarding sounds pretty hands-on, too. One-on-one setup, dashboard walkthroughs, a dedicated success manager. They want to make the switch smooth.
Okay. So wrapping this up, this deep dive really shows a push towards integration. Vibes Meet seems focused on giving control and maybe more earning potential back to organizers.
Yeah, by tackling these specific, persistent issues with solutions that work together. The goal seems to be letting organizers focus on the experience, not fighting the tech.
Right. So here's something to think about, a final thought for you. Forget events for a second. Where else and what other industries or maybe customer experiences could this kind of integrated all-in-one approach make a huge difference? Streamlining things, using data better, improving the whole journey.
Lots of possibilities there.
Definitely something to chew on.